Hey guys, Joshua Peterson here with Peterson Electric. I want to talk to you today. It's about first week of February 2019 at about eVolt car. Mercedes came out with a hybrid. Personally, I am a huge Mercedes guy. It came out with a GLC 350E. I just wired this up for them. It's the first one that I've done. In the last 12 years, I've done a lot of Teslas, all the models. I've done the eVolt car, the Bolt. I've done I think it's the Toyota Leaf, Nissan Leaf. I've done a Toyota one. I did the Chrysler minivan. I've done just about, though, the new Honda Accord. I've done just about every single eVolt car that I'm aware of, or hybrid. This is what most people are trying to get away from, the 110 plug with this. This takes like 14 hours to charge. So a lot of you have to get to a concept of a 240. This unit here draws about 21 amps. Keep in mind, as it's drawing, it does it for about maybe 3 hours, but then it cools down on most of them for the last hour to two. So this right here is only a 3-wire system. It's a lot like the Leaf. It's a hot, and a ground, or an ungrounded conductor with another ungrounded conductor and a grounding conductor. It does not have a grounded conductor for a neutral at all. So we put it in 1/2 inch. Keep in mind, some of the knockouts on this are difficult. They expect you to do a 3/4 here, which we had to use some funny money on that with a chase nipple, an LB to an LR, and then fitting up, because that's really the only way to do it. And this is where he wanted it. So mind you, the cords are extra hard duty rated. And also the other thing is, when I went to plug my leads in there to see what kind of voltage comes out, it will not have voltage on it until it's plugged in, at least for the Mercedes type. So the other thing to keep in mind is, when you have a house like this is a 2-story, actually this is a ranch. So they do have attic access. We probably could have possibly come up, but the biggest problem I found in the attic was this beam. So this portion of the house is going to be a bedroom. This portion is attic space, and he wanted it right there. So we just decided, instead of trying to fight, because we can't get up through the bedroom, of course. So a lot of the times when you guys call, you're looking at it thinking, oh yeah, there's a hole and there's this and that and it's easy to do. It's not necessarily that way. So we pretty much had to bid this to pipe it on the outside all the way over. It had almost 360-degree in bends, regardless of the two fittings there. And then other than that, it is indoor rated fittings because you're not outside exposed. We went ahead and mudded that up right there to make that tight again. And put in a double pole 30 amp breaker. A lot of things you got to keep in mind is your service big enough for this to have one car or two? How old is your service, and do you have enough bus bar space in the service? Another thing to keep in mind is that when you're measuring this, sometimes you guys measure it and then tell me it's about this amount. When we measure this, we're measuring from the bottom of the panel for the wire to the point that we bend, and every single curve over and down. So as you can see, this one was 40, I think close to 50 foot. But anyways, we'll price it out sometimes by the foot. Typically it can start at $12 a linear foot for a 3-conductor system. It can go up based on the wire size and ampacity. I have done them up to $22 a linear foot for time and material, plus breaker, plus sub panel, plus mounting this unit as well. And sometimes people need a service change, so do your homework before you go buying a car and assume that your house is going to be able to hold that, or 2 cars as well. A hybrid and electric cars, it does not matter. They still are going to charge. Some do charge less. Does not take as much time. Some take more time. I know the Teslas, some of them take a 60 amp circuit with 6-gauge wire. This one was a 10-gauge circuit, 3-wire conductor, not 4. So anyways, here's the view of the car and how it was all done. And let us know if we can help you guys out. Oh, one other thing, keep in mind, when you're piping this is plastic, this is metal. You need to pull yourself an EGC grounded conductor. If you don't, you got to find a way to somehow put on a 1/2 inch bond bushing on that to make that work, and that's pretty difficult with those. Anyways, guys, thanks for joining us. Hopefully that'll help you out.